Loneliness and social isolation are announced as a global health threat by World Health Organization in November 2023. Do you know about it? The rising trend of number of people who are feeling lonely is worrying. World Health Organization stated that every 1 out of 4 adults is feeling lonely. And in some countries, it can go up to every 1 out of 3 adults. Hi, this is Jasper Lam from Reconnect Hearing Care Center. In this video, let's talk about loneliness. Why is it a global threat, and does it have anything to do with hearing loss? Before we delve further into this topic, I think it is better for us to understand the fundamental part of loneliness and social isolations. So what is loneliness? Basically, it is a feeling, it is an emotion, it is a subjective feeling of being isolated. So for loneliness, right, they categorize into different level as well, just like hearing loss. And it is based on the perceptions of the individuals towards their feeling of loneliness, where they will rate their feeling of loneliness based on a scale of range like maybe 1 to 10, all right? Just like when we are being asked to rate the spiciness of a food. So does that mean social isolation and loneliness are the similar entities? Now, let's talk about social isolations. For social isolations, it is not an emotion or feeling. It is a state of life or situations of life, all right, where it is measurable or quantifiable. The researchers will access the individual's number of contacts, all right, existing number of contacts, or the current number of contacts that the individual have. For example, how many friends or how many family members are they in contact with, or are they living alone or with family members? Another aspect that researchers will assess is that how frequent the individuals is having social interactions within a day or within a specific time. There are people who will not feel lonely at all when they are being alone or being isolated. Instead, they might enjoy that particular time, all right? But at the same time, there are people who will feel lonely although they are being around with other people. So these are the things that you have to take note of. Loneliness is the feeling, it's an emotion, whereby social isolations is something measurable and quantifiable. It is not an emotion or feeling. I mentioned this at the beginning of the video. Every 1 out of 4 adults is feeling lonely, and this trend is actually rising as the time goes on. There's a huge amount of research shows that loneliness is actually affecting negatively on the individual's mental health and also physical health, their quality of life, and also their longevity. First, loneliness will affect the sleep quality. And when the sleep quality is actually deteriorating or going down, eventually our body immune system will go down as well, will be affected as well. And consequently, a range of health problems will start to emerge. For example, obesity, heart attack, stroke, and etc. Well, this is a surprising finding as well by the research. Loneliness actually increased the early death rate by 20%. So, the effect of this loneliness on the mortality rate or death rate is actually well comparable with the well-known risk factors like obesity and smoking. So, do you still think that loneliness is not a health threat? Well, in my opinion, I think it is, and it is getting more and more serious. Alright, so now we have reached the third part of the video, which is about hearing loss and loneliness. First of all, thank you so much for your attention, and if you do enjoy my video, please give me a like and it will help me a lot. Now, for hearing loss, actually, World Health Organization as well stated that every 1 out of 4 adults has disabling hearing loss. Coincidentally, every 1 out of 4 adults feel lonely. So, do you think there is any relationship between loneliness and hearing loss? I will leave it up to you. All right. Before we go further, let me explain what is disabling hearing loss. Disabling hearing loss means that the hearing loss has dropped to a certain level in which it is affecting the hearing ability, and so the communications of the individuals will be affected as well. That is what we call as disabling hearing loss. And I mentioned about communication, right? Basically, communications involve two elements, listening and speaking. When either one of these aspects, for example, listening or hearing, is being affected or dropped to a certain level, communication breakdown will start to occur. And as the time goes on, when the hearing loss is getting worse, communication breakdown occurs more frequently, and so social isolations will start to emerge as well. There is a research paper in 2021 that reviews thousands of research that are focusing on the relationship between hearing loss and also social isolation and loneliness. Not to my surprise, all right, the study found that hearing loss is related to loneliness and social isolations. That is an interesting finding as well. Women with hearing loss have higher tendency towards social isolation and loneliness compared to the men with hearing loss. All right, now let's talk about hearing aids. Do hearing aids able to help to reduce the risk of social isolation and loneliness among the hearing aid users or hearing loss individuals? Before I talk about it, before I give you the answer, all right, let me tell you something about hearing aids. Nowadays, the hearing aids come with many options, all right? For example, the design. It has up to 4 to 5 different designs, which depends on the brands that you're looking at. Second, it also comes with battery model or rechargeable model. And thirdly, most of the hearing aids now, it is equipped with Bluetooth technology, which means the hearing aid itself can be Bluetooth paired with your Bluetooth devices like your smartphone, your tablets, or even your PC. And once it is paired, all the audio sounds like music, TV, or any movie program, all the sounds will be directly streamed to the hearing aids. And this will increase the enjoyment of the entertainment. Now, let's go into our topic, the questions. Do hearing aids able to help, right? There's a research in 2015 that studied about the hearing aids effect on the perceptions of loneliness among hearing aid users. So for this research, they recruited a number of hearing loss individuals and fitted them with hearing aids. After 4 to 6 weeks of hearing aid usage, they assessed the feeling of loneliness among these subjects. What they found out is that after that period of time of using the hearing aids, there is a reduce of sense of loneliness, or there's an improvement in terms of the loneliness. They don't feel as lonely as before. So this is a very good sign. It also shows that hearing aids do help to reduce the risk of social isolations and loneliness. For me, in my opinion, I would say that the success of this hearing aid journey, right, it really depends on one important element, which is the encouragement or support from the surrounding people. For example, the family members and close friends. I would say it is important for the family members and also close friends to encourage the users by giving them compliments. Where, for example, you can tell them that, oh my God, now you respond so much better than before. Now you can communicate with me much better. Now you can understand me more frequent than last time before you have the hearing aids. So all this kind of positive feedback from the family members and also from the close friends will encourage the users, the hearing loss individuals, to continue to use the hearing aids. All right. So it is important for us to recommend or to encourage our surrounding people who have hearing loss to wear hearing aids and give them compliments when they are wearing hearing aids. Alright, now we have reached the last part of the video, which is actually I will summarize what I have shared with you. So basically in this video, I talk about social isolation and loneliness. Secondly is the hearing loss and loneliness. Third, the last part is about the hearing aids. So let's go into the first part first, social isolation and loneliness. They are a global health threat, all right, which just recently announced by World Health Organizations. Basically, they are affecting every 1 out of 4 adults, and this trend is rising. The effects of social isolation and loneliness are very negative. It is affecting the health and mental health of an individuals, basically their well-being, and so their quality of life will be negatively impacted. Second part, which is about the hearing loss and loneliness and social isolations. Hearing loss is related with social isolations and loneliness, right? And women with hearing loss have higher tendency towards the social isolations and also loneliness compared to men with hearing loss. Okay? The last part is the hearing aids. Hearing aids do help to reduce the risk of social isolations and also loneliness among hearing aid users, which are the hearing loss individuals. And of course, the success of the hearing aid journey, it relies on the hearing aid usage hours and also the support from the family members and also close friends. Last but not least, I would like to remind you that hearing assessment is as important as your annual health checkup. You should have your hearing check at least once every year. So if you have not done your hearing check yet in this year, it will be better for you to go have a look into it. Please do contact the audiologist that you know of or the audiologist that is nearest to your residence. And that's all from me in this video. I hope that my video helps you to understand more about loneliness, social isolations, hearing loss, and hearing aids. If you do find that this video is helpful, please give me a like and share this to your friends and family members. This will be a great help for me. So I will see you in my next video. Bye.